Hello and welcome to Mindfully Trading. My name is Emily, and in this video I'm going to share with you top 5 tools that TradingView charting offer that are especially brilliant for beginner traders. I have been using TradingView charts ever since I first started trading just over 6 years ago, and I have never looked back. Their software is amazing. This week, as I am sharing this video, it is Black Friday week, which means that it is the chance to sign up to TradingView charts and capitalize on their best annual savings promotions. You can get up to 80% off, which I'll talk more about later in the video. You may be wondering, why do I need a separate charts platform when I can use the charts from my broker? Well, I can tell you now that most charts that you find with brokers tend to be very basic. They offer limited tools and their user interface can be pretty annoying, which is why I'm going to break down these 5 brilliant tools that TradingView offer that give you not just charts but so much more to be able to capitalize on trading the markets no matter which market you trade. If you want to get started with TradingView straight away, there is a link below in the description. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and let's get straight into the content. Number 1, the first tool that TradingView offer is its vast range of markets that are available to trade. Whether you are looking to trade either the stock market, individual stocks, commodities, cryptocurrencies, Forex pairs or futures, whatever you're looking for, the chances are that it is on TradingView. There is a search bar here in the top left-hand corner that you can click on, and you can type in any symbol. We can look for gold. We can look for Bitcoin. And what's brilliant about TradingView is it doesn't just load up the asset, as you can see here. It loads up different variations of the asset, and this depends on which broker or platform you are using. So if you are trading using Coinbase and you want to trade Bitcoin, you can click on the Bitcoin pair here against the dollar from Coinbase, but they also offer information from different crypto platforms such as Binance, Bitfinex, and Kraken. The same would apply for stocks. They have a variety of different exchanges available. So I have MicroStrategy here from Nasdaq, but you can also click on the different exchanges if you want to trade it from a different exchange. That's if you know specifically what you want to search for. If you want to just have a look at some of the stocks, you can click on the options here, and you can even filter this by what country you want to trade or what type of stock, or even what sector if you want to focus on just the finance industry or communications or technology. So it makes it very easy to find the markets, and if you don't really know what to trade, it makes it easy to have a look for what you want to trade in the first place. They also have different funds options, futures, Forex, cryptocurrencies, different index markets if you want to follow those, such as the SP 500 and also the FTSE. We have bonds, economies, and options. The second best tool that TradingView offer, and I am going through 5 here with a bonus tool at the end, so make sure you stay to the end of the video. My second tool that TradingView offer that is fantastic for beginners, and in my opinion beats many other platforms and the charts included in the brokers, are the drawing tools that they have available. The drawing tools are shown here on the left-hand side, and there are so many different options for drawing tools if you want to really incorporate many different styles or if you want to keep it simple. Just loading a fresh chart here for the SP 500 index market, looking at the daily time frame, and we can see that this is in a nice uptrend. But how can we help to understand this? Well, we can use drawing tools. We have many different lines available. We have trend lines if you like to mark a trend in market. You can use the trend line tool to simply mark points together to help to gauge the direction and the trend. We have rays, which are very similar, but they anchor one point, and it means that you can just simply line up the other point. We have different horizontal lines, horizontal rays, which are very useful if you want to mark certain support and resistance levels. We have different channels available if you like to incorporate channels, and also the pitchforks, which can be very useful to help you to plot on your chart where you think price may return to. And that's all just from this first button here. The next button down, we have even more tools. Now these are filtered on the Fibonacci, which is what I use in my day trading. I like to use the Fibonacci retracement tool to help to gauge a place for an entry. I'll just show an example of this tool as well. I like to use that on a faster time frame. They also have the trend-based trib extension. This is a very useful tool for actually measuring the size of a pullback, such as this one here. And it shows you with this line here at where price may pull back to. And every tool, you can go into the settings and you can actually change the settings in here, and you can customize this to suit your needs. There are a wide range of tools available here for Fibonacci, and you may not need to use them all. I certainly don't use them all, but it's very useful to have access to those. The next tool down, I don't even use any of the tools here, but if you want to use them, there is the option for the different pattern tools, Elliott waves, and cycles. As we move down more, we get into projection tools. Now I use these every day, mainly long position and short position, to help me to plan a trade. So let's click on the long position, let's say, and I'm not recommending this is just an example of the tool, but let's say we want to buy here, and we can plot our long position tool at where the current price is. And it shows you these two boxes, which we can use to plan our trade. So we can plan where we want our stop level to be, and we can plan where we want our target to be. And this is an essential risk management tool to help us to firstly make sure we don't rack up a huge loser, and also to make sure that we are making a good amount of profit compared to what we are risking for the trade. Just continuing on with the tools now, picking up a little bit of speed. We have different brushes, arrows, and shapes. I tend to use the rectangle tool quite a lot just to help to mark different areas that may look interesting on a chart, as well as the path tool, which is very useful if you want to mark current market structure. Let's just drop to a faster time frame with some more candlesticks here, and I can use this path tool to simply mark what price is doing in very, very basic terms to help me to determine the trend, which in this case is down on the short-term 15-minute time frame. The next one down are text and notes. These are very useful if you want to make notes on your charts, if you want to write your plan, or if you want to make a review of a trade or a decision you made. They are very useful for that. And then we also have different emojis, a ruler tool, the option to zoom in on a certain part of the chart, but I don't use this because I prefer to just use my mouse scroller. If you prefer to use the zoom in and zoom out buttons, it has that option for you. And these are just different functionality tools. You can click this to keep drawing. So if you are drawing trend lines and you don't want to keep coming back here and clicking on your trend line, you can just click this button, and it means that every time you click on your chart, you're going to continue drawing until you turn it off. This locks all the drawings so that you don't accidentally delete any of them, and this button hides them all. So if your chart is covered in drawings and then you suddenly want to just see just the market movements, you can hide all of your drawings there. There are so many different tools available when it comes to drawing. I don't use them all myself, but I love to have access to them all. It provides everything that I need to carry out effective technical analysis on a daily basis. Next up, number 3, the third best tool, especially for beginner traders. This is something that I don't even personally use a lot of, but it is useful for beginner traders, and that is the indicators. TradingView offer a wide range of indicators available, and you can find those on this top panel here. It says indicators. You can click on there, and that will load up the indicators menu. Now, TradingView give access to a wide range of indicators because members of TradingView, people who have an account with TradingView, who may also code and create indicators, will share them on here, and a lot of them will be free and available to access. Now, there are different ways of finding indicators. If you know what you are looking for, you can simply type it in, such as a moving average tool. Or if you want an ATR, an average true range, if you know what you want, it's easy to find. You can just use it in the search bar. You can save them. So I have quite a few saved here just to make it easier to find them in the future. Scripts, that's something for more perhaps advanced traders, or if you have experience with code, you can create your own, which is another super feature of TradingView, but I'm not including it in this video because in my opinion, it's not a beginner tool. Also, purchase indicators, there are indicators available to buy, so if you buy any, you can find them there. And then you can filter either through technical based indicators if you want specific strategy ones, market profiles or patterns if you want an indicator to show you certain flag patterns, bearish flags, bullish flags, and all of those can be found there. And there's also a community section, so it shows you some top indicators that are being used, and as well as trending indicators and access to the store. So there are so many indicators, it's very quick, very easy and straightforward to find and use them in your charts. You can see these are the indicators that I tend to dabble with. I have them all turned off for now so it doesn't confuse you on my charts, apart from my sessions, which I will turn off. That's my market sessions showing the London and the New York. If you are a beginner and you are new to trading, I do recommend looking at the moving averages. It's what I used when I first started. I don't use them now because I have gained a lot more experience and learned a lot about technical analysis over the years. I tend to use just pure price action and drawing tools. But moving averages can be very useful when you are a beginner. If you just need a little bit of guidance, I would compare them as to having stabilizers when you first learn to ride a bike. Helps to stop you from falling off and keep you on track. In this case, with the moving averages, it helps you to identify a trend. So we can see here, price is underneath this blue line. The trend is coming down. But once we get a crossover here, this is where it maybe wouldn't be best to sell, which indeed we do eventually get the break above, a retest here, and now price is moving above this indicator. It's not foolproof. No indicator can tell you exactly when to buy or when to sell in the markets, and it's never going to be 100% correct, but it is a good, useful guide that you can use in addition to other elements to help you to make good trading decisions. We have two more tools to go, and the next tool I'm going to talk to you about is a screener. This is a fantastic additional tool that TradingView offers separate from their charts, but this can be used to help you to find markets to trade. We mentioned this earlier in the video in the form of searching for assets here or looking through the different types of markets such as stocks and cryptocurrencies, but a screener works slightly differently. The screener can be found here on the right hand side of the page. And if we open this up, this is a more in-depth way of searching for something to trade. This is probably more useful if you want to trade the stock market. When I first started trading, I day traded the US stock market, and I did use the screener tool to help me to find stocks to trade. Of course, as with all elements of trading, this is very dependent on your own personal strategy, your own plan, your own requirements. But the way that I would advise to use this tool is you can filter this on a certain price cap. You can search for a certain change in percentage. So for example, if you are looking to day trade stocks, you want to trade something that is moving, not something that is static. So you can go through the different filters along the top here. You can change your price cap. So if you want to look at just the penny stocks, which are usually $5 and below, or if you want to look at $10 and below, if you want to trade the really small cap stocks, you can change your percentage change. So for example, if we are moving 10% or more on the day, that stock is moving and it may be worth investigating to see if there is a trade present. A market cap, if you're looking to day trade, you probably want to have quite a small market cap so that, again, you get more movement and liquidity going on. And all of these different options here, if you want to look for certain sectors, or you can select all and perhaps just avoid any that you deem to be very, very risky, such as health services. This is just a brief example on how you can use this tool, but it's a very useful tool that more often than not you have to pay for with many third parties such as Trade Ideas, who offer different packages for their screener. But this one is included with TradingView for free. Finally, my fifth tool, this is a fantastic tool. It's really simple, but it doesn't underestimate its value, and that is the watch list facility. In the top right hand corner, we have a button here, watch list details and news. Now, you may have to forgive me because mine might look a little bit busy. Every watch list is different, but a watch list is just so useful to help stay organized and to make it easy to access the many different markets that you may wish to watch and to trade. For example, here is my watch list. I have a series of assets at the top, which I use on a daily basis, making it easy for me to open them up onto the screen and keep an eye on those. You may notice I've got the DAX right at the top, the German index market. I've got pound dollar, one of the major Forex currency pairs. And it'll just tell you what it is. It'll tell you what the last price is. So as I'm recording this, it's the weekend and the market closed at 1.3098. It also tells you the change in both pips and percentages here. So on the Friday, we were up 25 pips. There wasn't much movement. It was barely 0.2%, 0.20% on the day. Needless to say, I didn't trade that pair on the Friday. But it's a really useful tool. Moving down, I have a series of Forex miners. I don't even really watch these that much anymore, but I like to have it all together in my watch list because it's easy to just scroll through and to find something that I may have forgotten about. I have a series of indexes that I like to watch here. I have a load of stocks as well that I have on watch, waiting for the right time to buy into these. Although the stocks I tend to watch on a long-term basis. I even have some stocks organized through sectors that I have been watching recently this year. So I have been trading quite a few defense stocks early in the year before they started to come down. Then I have some miscellaneous stocks. I have my commodities here, and I have a series of cryptocurrencies as well. You can organize your watch list however you want to. You may want to watch many different markets like I am, or you may want to just focus on just stocks but have many different stocks listed and organized by industry. It's really customizable, and the way to do that is all you do is you click on this plus button here to add your symbol. You can type it in, or if you're not quite sure what you want to find, you can look for it by just scrolling through. Let's say that we want to watch advanced micro devices. And you can, no, I've got that one. I need to find one I've not got on my watch list. Let's just say that I want to watch the Boeing company. To the right of that, there is this plus sign that says add to watch list. And when you press that, it will automatically add that stock right to the bottom of your watch list, where you can click on it and easily open up the stock. You can click, hold and drag to move it if you want to move it into a different area of your watch list. And the way that I have this red writing as well is it's the same process. I add symbol, but then I just type in any header. So let's just say that I want to call a header technology. And I press enter on my keypad. Oh, there is actually a stock called technology. Okay, so we can easily just delete that here. But if I press this again, I could even just put a little symbol here, a backslash and tech, and that makes it red because there isn't any asset associated with that ticker, but that will automatically put it into this heading mode, which just makes it easier to organize your watch list. Those are my 5 top tools that TradingView offer for beginner traders. Access to a wide variety of markets, an incredible variety of drawing tools, many different indicators available to use for free and also paid options as well. A screener that helps you to filter and find any asset that you may want to trade, as well as a useful watch list feature so that you can keep all of your markets, all of your assets organized and easy to find. And the 6th tip that I'm going to share with you now is the cost. As I am recording and sharing this video, it is currently Black Friday week, which is an incredible opportunity to sign up to TradingView and take advantage of the tremendous discounts they have available. Last year, they had up to 60% off, and this year they have increased that to up to 80% off for their largest package. Now, they have 4 different tiers available. If you are a beginner trader and you don't really need that many features, then even the cheapest option may be suitable for you, which works out at 30% off if you sign up for the year today. Make sure to follow the link in the description below and take advantage of that before the end of the week. They also have a plus package, a premium package, and the ultimate package. I think I'm currently enrolled on the premium. It used to be called the Pro, and they've changed the name to premium. TradingView is also available on mobile phone as an app. In fact, I'm probably on there more often than I am on the desktop at the moment, as I have a very busy lifestyle and tend to trade a lot from my mobile phone. If you want some more information or you want to get started, do follow the link in the description, get signed up today and make your trading a lot easier. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel below and I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.